should be able to hear me now. Let me know if y'all can hear me now. I don't know why my phone does that. Like, and I'm glad y'all said something because I didn't know. I'm just in there running my mouth. I didn't know. Y'all should be able to hear me now. Yeah, I don't know why my phone does that. That's weird. Okay, let me go back to what I was saying about your name, Mary Myers. What I was saying was, I was talking about you, Mary Myers. I was saying your last name. My cousin by marriage last name was Kirk. His name was Myers. His name was Kirk Myers. Okay. I didn't know that he was my kinfolk until, okay, what I was saying was, now I got to say everything all over. Um, I didn't realize that he was my kinfolk until like, this was back in the 90s. No, 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 2000, 2000. It was between 90, 99, 2000, 2001, something like that. So back in the day, uh, we used to have these things called safe sex parties, where you would invite 10 people to your house or more, maybe 20, and you would have a safe sex party, um, and you'd have the person that was over the company would come and talk about how not to get HIV, syphilis, gonorrhea, whatever. And so the Kirk guy with the last name Myers, he was at my house and he saw my nephew on my wall. He goes, "What are you doing with David on your wall?" I said, "That's my nephew." He goes, "Your nephew?" He goes, "That's my," some kind of way we was kin to each other, and it was just so weird, like such a small world. But I was saying that Kirk Myers, they found him dead. I said last year or year before last. Yeah, they found him dead in Dallas in his office. He's big. He was huge in Dallas. Look him up. Look him up. He ran the second largest HIV services for the black community. Well, it was for everybody. And it's still there. And so Martin Luther King in Dallas, Texas, but he died. They found him dead. Yeah. You're probably not kin to him, but if you look him up online, he was huge. Um, he did a lot. He did a lot for the South Dallas community. And it wasn't just the gay community, but they catered to the gay community. But everybody in the neighborhood can come get a test. They didn't care who you was. But see, Kirk and I knew each other way before he got into that field. Um, yeah, he him and I knew each other way before that. And then when he found out we didn't really get along. He was not really a nice guy, but we didn't get along because I was much older than he is too, and I didn't realize he was so young when he passed away. And that service, the HIV services, it was called Abounding Prosperity. That's the name of the company, and it's still there in Dallas, South Dallas. Yeah, and he did a lot. He did a lot. He helped a lot of people, and he had money, baby, because he booked. Hi, baby. He booked Patti LaBelle. Y'all probably heard about it. Did y'all ever hear about this thing where they said they booked Patti LaBelle? He booked Patti LaBelle, Yolanda Adams, and what's the other girl name? Leandra Johnson. Y'all didn't hear about that story that was online that they used. They was using them for gay pride or something like that. Something like that. It wasn't what people thought it was, but he just had the money. He had the money. He had the funding to do it, and he did. He booked a lot. He did a lot. He actually changed the Dallas Pride, and he made it way much bigger than what it was when we started it. Like the government had the funding. I mean, that's what it was. Had the funding, and he did whatever he wanted to do. But he booked big. He they would basically he basically had grants to do all that stuff. It's legal. I mean, he had the money. They gave him the money to do it. But he ended up, they found him dead in his office. I don't know what happened to this day. Nobody knows. If they do, they ain't telling us. But yeah, he was my cousin, Kirk Myers. Look him up. Look him up online. He's big. He's huge. He was huge in Dallas, Kirk Myers. Anyway, I want to give y'all an update on Miss Mary. I'm sure y'all haven't heard the story. Some of you have. How many of y'all heard what happened today? Which one of y'all didn't hear what happened today? If you didn't hear about what happened today, push number one. If you heard what happened, push number two. Because I'm gonna have to tell the story all over again. Tell y'all how my day started. Did I say Miss Mary? I meant to say Miss Carolyn. This is about the lady from my church named Miss Carolyn. Um, so it would be three videos behind this one. Not the last one I did, but the one before that. Okay. So push one if you hadn't heard the story. If y'all can, push number one if you hadn't heard the story. Well, I'll go. Let me go ahead and tell the story because I want to give y'all an update on what happened. Okay. So I don't know if y'all remember me talking about the lady from my church. I'd always fix her phone. Do y'all remember that? I would go over there. She would download all this stuff on her phone. I had to go over there and clean her phone out, and and just, and, I'd go over to her house, and she'd have her air on. And we try to convince her that she did to turn her air on, and she was, she was 85. When you get a certain age, you stubborn and you gonna do what you want to do. And so the last time I went over there, I was able to. She downloaded so much stuff on her phone that her phone wouldn't work. We finally got the phone to work, but by then it was too late because she had bought a new phone. That's how many viruses she had in it. So we'd go over there. I said, Miss Carolyn, I said, it's absolutely hot in your house. She said, well, I don't want my bill to go up, Miss Carolyn. Miss Carolyn, you believe in God, right? You go to church every Sunday. You pay your tithes. You've been paying your tithes, right? God is not going to let your lights get cut off. If you faithfully pay your tithes, if that's what you believe, you faithfully go to church, you faithfully give your offerings and your tithes, why is God going to let you get your lights cut off? You got to turn on your air, Miss Carolyn. She would never do it. So Johnny called me yesterday, the day before yesterday, say, uh, we got to go over to Miss Carolyn's because she needs you to fix her phone again, and we got to convince her that she needs air, right? Because y'all know in Texas, it's just hot. It's hot everywhere. But and then she lived in a beautiful home. She had a nice house, beautiful home, five brick, 5 bedroom brick house in a nice neighborhood, and so we was going over there today. At I think it was gonna go at 1 o'clock. Johnny called me about 12 o'clock and said she dead. They found her dead. The what you calling people, Meals on Wheels. They found her dead, laying in the middle of a floor. See, if we had got over there early, we would have found her dead. And I don't care what nobody say. It's because she didn't have no air. She didn't have no fucking air. And I'm mad at them because I said, okay, so y'all went to church yesterday. Now she goes to church every fucking Sunday. She's at church. So, I mean, Wednesday and Sunday. So y'all had service yesterday and she didn't show up. And y'all know the lady's 85 and she comes to church every Sunday. It's just three of y'all at the church for Bible study. Why didn't y'all just go check on the lady? Or why didn't y'all go check to see why come she didn't come to church? Because I don't go to their Bible study because it's boring to me. So I'm like, why didn't y'all go check to find out where she was at? She didn't show up. So they go down there after church, and Johnny says she showed up and she was on a walker and she's never on a walker. And she was slurring and talking slow. You should have called the ambulance. And they found her dead this morning. Because look, if you go back and watch my videos, not this video, not this the last one, but the one before that one. Just go back and look at my live videos. You see that fan over there? It's a fan over there. Did I move it or did I put it back in my room? Oh, it's over there. You have to look real hard. It's over here. There it is. That fan over there. I did a live and was cleaning it out and said, I'm gonna take this over here to Miss Carolyn's because she need she need this fan because she don't have no air. She won't turn on the air. I was over there cleaning it out this morning, and I laid down and was waiting on Johnny to come pick me up, and that's when they called me and told me that she died. Yeah. And we don't know if she died from heat stroke, but if y'all got anybody that's an elderly person, and y'all know that they live by themselves, check on them. Check on them. You know what I mean? Check on them, make sure they're good. You know, if they don't have air, then you're gonna have to intervene because they at a point now to where you can't tell them nothing. And what pisses me off is she had a son that lived here, but like shit, I did more for her than her fucking son did. Like, where was you at, dude? Like, your mama don't have no air. You should have convinced your mama, probably waiting on her to die. Beautiful home. Oh, they already took a car, honey. Drove a car off to the house. Hmm. Now I don't know what she had set up. I don't know, how she had anything because they say she was very, very quiet when it came to her personal business. I don't know if she left something for the church. I don't know anything. All I know is where was her son doing all of this? Where was he at? Her daughter just died. Those who've been following me a long time, her daughter, okay, her husband died this earlier this year. The daughter died 2 or 3 months, a month after him, or 2 months after him, and then she died. Yeah. So check on your relatives, especially the ones that are older. Make sure they have, air. And if they don't have it, you're gonna have to make it. They're gonna have to just be mad at you. It's like, okay, girl, you be mad all you want. I'm calling services, some type of services. You know, see, she wasn't my kinfolk, and if I had to step over my boundaries and call the people on her, then her son might have been mad at me. Then I would have caused a whole bunch of shit. But we was definitely going over there today to tell her, hey, Miss Carolyn, you need air in your house. Y'all, it was so hot in our house. She was sweating and she was sitting in front of the fan. I said, Miss Carolyn, you got to get air. And she had a nice little den back on the backside. And I said, Miss Carolyn, I said, we can go. I told her, I said, and apparently, of course, Johnny says she had money, but I don't know. I ain't seen her bank account, but she lived in a nice neighborhood. I know that. Nice homes. And me and Johnny was trying. I told her, I said, Miss Carolyn, I said, if we can go to the pawn shop, they have air conditioned units in the pawn shop. Would they allow you to put a unit in your window? She's like, I bought this house. I should be able to do what I want to do. Well, that's easier said than done if you live in a neighborhood where you can't, some neighborhoods don't allow you to put air conditioned windows outside your house, especially if it's in a nice area. But hell, she could have put it in the back, you know. She could have put it in the back. But she gone now. She's gone now. So, and somebody said she died from being sad. You lost your husband, and then your daughter died. Me and Johnny and Meals on Wheels, we don't want to check on her. Make sure she's good. I swear, that makes me sad because it's one of the reasons why I was trying to hurry up and get my car because I would have went over there every day, y'all. I would have went over there every day. Been like Miss Carolyn, and I would have made her get an air conditioning unit in her apartment. I mean, her house. I would have made her, but she gone. She's gone. I was there when they came to took the body out. When they took her body out of the house, I was there. So check on your people, man. Check on the older people, and don't listen to what they saying because they're not really in their right minds. They just stubborn, and they gonna do what they want to do. But sometimes you have to. Sometimes it's like when people, some not all. When some older people get old, they like kids again. They want to do it their way. Sometimes you have to intervene and say, no, we're not gonna do it this way. So, so it looks like it'll be another funeral next week. Damn. Yeah. Check on the old folks, y'all. Check on them. All right. Check on them. All right, guys. We are very close to having 28,000 subscribers. Very, very close. I mean, less than 100 people. I'm excited about that. I'm so happy. We're close to 30,000. That's coming real soon. I am going to do a show tonight. Hopefully, when I come back, you guys will talk to me, unlike you're doing now. So I'm about to get off from here and pull together some entertainment news. Last night I was late coming back doing the show, but tonight I won't be. It's 8 o'clock. I'm gonna start the show at 10 o'clock tonight, between 9:30 and 10, doing celebrity and stuff like that. So come back between 9:30 and 10, and I'll be back, and we'll see what everybody talking about. And peace and blessings. And I'll see you soon. Again, check on the elderly. Make sure they got something. Not no damn fans. They need air in their house. And if they say they can't afford the bill, well, find somebody that can help them pay the bill because they need air.